I'm working on is I thought I was defrosting some vegetable soup. What it was the green bean mixture to make the green bean pies. And I did a full video on that, and it's really good. It's called Colorado pie. If I can find the recipe, I will make sure I link that for all of you. I have still a whole bunch of these pie crusts that are 50 cents each. I am not sure if I'm going to make the top pie crust homemade, because the second pie crust, these formed pie crusts, can be kind of a mess if you want to use it on top. But we're going to go ahead and make this pie quick, and it is a Colorado pie. Colorado pie is ground beef, some cheese, green beans, and tomato soup. And that you put into a pie shell, and you bake it like you would a pie, and it's really good. So it's somewhat of a meat pie. It comes from the More for Less cookbook. So let's go ahead and let's quick do this. Now, as you can see, these pie crusts are not in the nicest shape, simply because they were in the freezer for over a year. Now, the bottom one is in good shape. This winter, I especially have been going through a lot of my cookbooks, and I have some really old ones, and they are such gems. In my videos coming up here in the next weeks ahead, you're going to see a lot of really unusual recipes from the 1950s, and I'm really loved trying that because they're all money-saving recipes. But today we are going to make flaky pie crust. Now, I've never made this one. I always use the Pennsylvania Dutch recipe, but I love trying new things. So basically, we're just going to make this, and it is, I'm going to try to put it in half. Well, I think I'll make the whole recipe. It's 2½ cups of flour, a teaspoon of salt, 3/4 cup of shortening, which I have some lard, and some cold water. So let's go ahead and put that all together, and let's see if we can make some really nice pie dough. All right, so all we have to do is add some of that bacon, and boy, does that make it taste really good, the bacon grease. Bacon lard makes a very fluffy pie crust. I am using a different roller. Yes, I know that roller is not made for it, but it sure did make it really nice. And here is the meat that we put in it, and now we're just going to go ahead and transfer it over onto the top. It worked out better this way than trying to use a store-bought one. I got a little bit fancy. All of my cookie cutters were out in the garage and it was locked. I didn't feel like getting them, so I used the gingerbread man, and it made it just look a little more festive. Now, my mom would have never done this. My mom was very practical. She wasn't really artistic, didn't really want to take the time, but she sure did make good food, better food than I ever made, that is for sure. So there you go, everyone, is the pie. Now we're going to put it at 350 for about 40 minutes until the pie crust is nice and brown. Now we're going to have a little bit of some fast speed cleanup for some motivation for all of you who are sitting and watching my video and you got a lot of cleanup to do. Let's get working and let's see if I can motivate you. It's such a mess. Flour and water makes a sticky mess. See you in a little bit. Did I ever tell you that I'm messy-tessy? I have flour all over my carpets, so I have to go ahead and shake them off. But as long as I get all the work done, it doesn't really matter now, does it? More canning jars to put away. Thank goodness I have a big garage. I don't know where I would go with all this stuff if I didn't have it. All right, everything is done. The kitchen is clean once again, and we'll get back to you in a moment when the food is finished. Now I gotta go put all this stuff away. All right, everyone, pie is served, and this is what it looks like. It's Colorado pie. Let's dig deep into it and let's see how it tastes. Now you can cut it up like a regular pie, or you can just eat it like this. with a slice of cheese, and that makes it great. But we have to give it a taste test now, don't we? So here we go. It is green beans, some cheese, and some tomato soup, and some ground beef. You can make this with chicken, without any meat at all. Yummy, yummy. Take care, everyone. We'll see you guys again tomorrow. Wait a minute. If you want to make the Colorado pie, check out the video here. It's an old one, but it's a good one. Let's get some of these old videos of mine circulated again. Over here, click on it and have some fun watching it and make some Colorado pie today.